Hi, Tom Walls, Carbide Processors, talking about carbide design or tool design to use tungsten carbide. Tungsten carbide has real good strength under compression. It has good strength, not as good under tension, because it goes through a tension cycle when it leaves the cut. Anyway, tungsten carbide is stronger the thicker the cross section is. It is not like steel when it's thin. This is a project we did. There it is. You can see that. That's a piece of tungsten carbide, 25 thousandths of an inch thick. To get this 25 thousandths of an inch thick, we had to have it made about 60 thousandths and then ground down. The piece is a ½ inch on each side. It's a little oversized. I think it's about 5 1/4 inches on each side to allow for final grinding. But it cost us $1.50 each to take these. We got them made as thin and flat as we could. Then it cost $1.50 each to have them ground down to the final thickness. This is $65 an hour in an outside shop. So you'll be able to do it considerably less expensive. If you're designing with tungsten carbide, try and get as thick a piece as you can to start out with. It's just real hard to make tungsten carbide thin and flat. It goes through, there we are, it goes through a final sintering process where it shrinks up to 40%. And during that 40% shrinkage, a real thin piece, you can see some distortion in it. Maybe whatever, a wave, a bow, a curl. Piece this small, usually you don't get potato chipping, but you can. So it just depends on how things work in the sintering batch. This is a knife we designed. This is a knife a customer designed. At the end is that piece of tungsten carbide that we talked about, and this is a butt brace. This was impossible, one of those things that was impossible until we did it. It's a good butt brace. You can flex it without snapping the carbide, but it was not a good design. It was a real hard thing to do. It's not a good design for production. It works well in use, but it's real hard to make. So keep that in mind when you design. Thank you. Bye.